I want to give you a little bit of information about myself. My name is Jake, and I am 20 years old. From an early age, I have always admired my aunt. She is not a blood relative of my mother, but she is an amazing woman. After divorcing her husband, Aunt Lisa now lives on her own. I visited her often during the summer, and we always had a great time together. I felt more comfortable confiding in her than friends because she is a great listener. Let me go on and tell you more about this story. My mom was celebrating her 40th birthday that day and extended an invitation to Aunt Lisa to come visit us. When I heard the news, I was filled with joy because I had long had feelings for her and often immersed myself in thoughts of her. At last, the long-awaited day came. My mother was overjoyed that everything had turned out as planned. My father and I diligently helped her by dusting and scrubbing the floors. About 6 o'clock in the evening, the doors opened, and my favorite Aunt Lisa appeared on the doorstep. It was summer, and she was wearing a short dress. The sight of her almost stunned me, for I had never been in the company of a girl before. The four of us were sitting at the same table. I kept my eyes on my aunt, but at the same time, I tried not to embarrass myself in front of everyone. Dad made toasts to Mom. Auntie said congratulations, and I made one toast. Everyone was drinking, and everything was going very well. Mom was pleased that this birthday would be remembered for the rest of her life. And I was very pleased too. Dad had a little too much alcohol and went to bed. And me, Mom, and Auntie stayed to sit and talk about everything in the world. Auntie asked me about my personal life, smiled a lot, and expressed sympathy in my direction. And it was very pleasant for me. After that, my mom decided to go to bed. She said she had a headache. My aunt and I continued and became very interested in each other's lives, asking about this and that. And then, I don't know why, but I told her that I hadn't had a girlfriend yet. All this time, I kept my eyes on her. Aunt Lisa said nothing in response, probably embarrassed by my confession. And then she said, "Well, it's getting late. I'm going to bed, Jake." I told her I would walk her out. I made her bed in the big room, but the bulb in there had burned out, and there was no light. I went to the kitchen to get another bulb, but unfortunately I found nothing there. When I went back to my aunt, she was already in bed. I stood like that for a while, plucked up courage, and asked, "Aunt Lisa, may I lie down next to you?" She, after a little thought, agreed. We lay in silence for about 10 minutes before my hands instinctively reached for her. I cared deeply for this woman, and it gave me great joy to find that Lisa reciprocated my feelings by moving closer to me. It was like a fairy tale, and every moment we shared is imprinted in my memory. It was a wonderful experience, marking my mother's best birthday and my first birthday as an adult. The next morning I woke up to find Lisa gone. She had left on the morning train. However, I didn't leave our future to chance and went to visit her a week later. These days, spent with Lisa, became a real event in my life. To be continued.